2.
All right, they got us on the far side of the A10, so we got to make this right here. We got a little bit of a taxi ahead of us, so.
2 taxiing.
2, roger. So talk to me about what type of takeoff formation we're going to be doing.
Rolling takeoff, 5-second interval.
All right, perfect. Let's go ahead and up your taxi speed a bit. We've got almost a quarter mile between us at this point.
So rolling takeoff is the well, when you hit the tarmac, you just go, right? And I wait 5 seconds off to the side.
No, you don't wait 5 seconds off to the side at all. You're taxiing out to the runway as well. You're just waiting in the event that you get lined up with me. You're just making sure that you're waiting at least 5 seconds from the time you see me hit my burner to the time you hit your burner.
Okay.
So you're not going to hold short the runway at all. All right, 2 car ready for takeoff.
2 ready for takeoff.
All right. And this is why I wanted that reduced space in between us, because let's say you are a quarter mile back. Now I'm going to take off, and there's going to be a long stretch between, a longer distance between you and I, with the increased distance between us on taxi.
Gotcha. Oh, I'm glitching out. Alright, I'm good.
All right, so make sure you remember your rolling calls, your airborne wheels up calls. So here we go. Leads rolling.
Two rolling.
Leads airborne, wheels up, flaps up.
Two airborne. Wheels up, flaps up.
Roger. Leads adjusted right on a 090 heading.
Two.
You think you're about 20 seconds from being there?
Yeah, 2 set.
2 Roger. Slow and smooth. Just remember that laser going down the leading edge. It's come up a little bit. You're a little low.
Yeah, I'm coming up. Your plane is like just glitching out of existence for me.
Is it?
Yeah, it's good.
Two, switch sides, go.
2. Two. Same position.
Roger. Looking really good. 2, switch sides, go.
2.
Slow and smooth. You don't have to be quick with anything.
Two set.
2, roger. To go spread left, reference 090, go.
2. Two set.
2, roger. Two, switch sides, go.
2.
Slight increase in throttle because you're adjusting, meaning that you're increasing the drag on your aircraft, whereas I'm staying straight and level. So you're going to be back behind me just a hair.
2 set.
2, roger. All right, excellent. Excellent, excellent, excellent. All right, let's go ahead and switch back to wedge left now.
2.
Shake it out, relax a little bit. We're going to go through a few maneuvers like we usually do while we're in combat. I'm going to talk to you very briefly about the combat cruise formation. So combat cruising essentially is just like you were spread left, spread right, just like you just went. The combat cruise allows you to go to either side. You can go trail, you can go to the left side, you can go to the wedge. On the left, you can go wedge right. It doesn't matter. Essentially, it's permission for you. It's the contract between you and I to just say, hey, look, just stay with me. You know what I mean? As long as you're not in front of me, because if you're in front of me, you're not really in formation. You know what I'm saying? As long as you're not in formation in front of me, you're good. So with that said, we're going to run through a couple of maneuvers here. I want you to go combat cruise formation. Go.
So just any position, or I'm still a little confused about it.
Okay, yeah. So you know how you're in the spread formation, left and right?
Right.
Okay, and I want you to put yourself in the wedge formation now. I think you're low again. I don't see you. I don't know why you keep having
I'm
little tendency to go low, but let's just come up level. There you go. So with the combat cruise, you can go as far forward as when you're in the spread formation on each side, and you also have freedom of maneuver to go anywhere behind me from the wedge, or to come backwards anywhere from the from the spread formation. So you can go spread left, you can go wedge left, you can go trail, you can go wedge right, you can go spread right. Does that make sense?
Okay. Yeah, okay.
So you can just maneuver how you need to stay within the formation, all right?
Alright.
Alright, so here we go. We're going to run through a few maneuvers. Two combat cruise formation, go.
2.
Alright, so let's rock and roll. Alright, so I'm simulating being engaged. Again, your whole responsibility is to stay with me. And that's how typically it'll work with the combat cruise. Again, you're not, rather than you just trying to go, okay, I need to be in a wedge right or a wedge left position, you just sitting there going, no, let me just stay with them. You know what I'm saying? We're not trying to look like the Thunderbirds, and this formation is pretty much going to be our average formation when we're flying in missions.
Right. Okay.
Because,
I get you. Just stick with you, but not in front, not,
yes,
you know.
Not beneath, not in front, not super high. You got to just maintain. So just keep your contract, which is to maintain formation with me and to not run into me. That's all you're trying to do.
All right.
All right, let's roll out. Let's keep coming. No, let's come left. Alright, I am out of burner. Alright, so very good job with your formation work. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go through some of your advanced formations, some of the stuff that we do while we're in combat. So, not sure where you are. Okay, so you're now to the right side. Let's go ahead and go. I want you to go wedge right.
2.
Come off the throttle a bit. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go over what's called a hook turn and a tack turn. These will be the last two things you go over in your basic aircraft training. So first and foremost, let's go ahead and come up.
Yeah.
So have you ever played football at all?
A while ago.
Okay, so you remember the wide receiver position? You could run a 5-step hook turn or a 10-step hook turn, where you pretty much just run straight and then turn into the quarterback. Do you remember that?
No, I don't.
They may have called it a J hook. It's kind of got different names. Okay, regardless.
Just
have you ever like done any fishing, like a fishing hook? You know how a fishing hook is, where it goes straight and then it curves, makes a 180-degree curve?
Yeah.
Okay, so essentially that's what we're going to be doing with a hook turn. A hook turn is used to get the flight, both of us, rapidly oriented in the opposite direction. So for example, right now we're flying along, and let's say we get an RWR spike from a Soviet block aircraft, a MiG-21, whatever the case may be, just pops up at our 6 o'clock. And rather than me going, hey, okay, I'm going to maneuver around to my 6, what I can do is call for a hook turn, which will pretty much will give us instructions for both of us to immediately turn to our 6 o'clock. The way that would be executed is as follows, right? I'd go 2 left hook turn or 2 right hook turn, whatever the case may be, and then I'd give a reference heading. So I go 2 left hook turn, reference 270, and then go. On the command of go, we're both going to simultaneously begin turning as well as bring the throttle fully forward, and we're going to make anywhere between a 4 to 5G turn and roll out on the reference heading that I give. So for example, for this example, we'd roll out at a 270 and we both come out of burner when we're rolling out. As I'm rolling out, or as we're rolling out, we'll call leads rolling out 270, and then you'd call out two's rolling out 270.
In the turn or
once
after?
Once you're rolled out.
Okay. Okay.
Is it all making sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm getting it.
Okay. So here we go. We're gonna do our first hook turn. Again, the command's gonna be two left hook turn reference, and then it's gonna be 270 for this particular turn. And then on the command of go, 4 to 5G. Do you know where to read your G's at? How many G's you're pulling?
Yeah, it's bottom left of the
HUD?
heads-up display.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and get to it. You ready?
Ready.
Okay, here we go. 2 left hook turn, reference 270, go.
2.
All right, leads rolled out 270.
Rolling. 2 rolling out 270.
All right. That work out okay for you?
Yeah.
Not too bad.
Just it's kind of weird staying in formation. Like, do I like stay wingtip, or is it just like a combat cruise kind of thing? Where I just stay with you?
No, on the command of go, you're pretty much just breaking off. So your contract, when we decide to use this, your contract is essentially burned, because you're telling me. So you could be a mile behind me, but essentially I'm telling you, hey, look, forget the formation stuff, turn right away. Hopefully that's making sense. So you're not trying to necessarily stay in formation, although we do want to avoid each other.
Right.
All right, so here we go. 2 left hook turn, reference 090, go.
2. Two rolling out 090.
Leads rolled out 090. Excellent. Look to your right.
Yep.
So again, just imagine we're cruising along. You're in a combat cruise formation. RWR spikes. Beep beep beep. MiG 21R6. I take a look at it. Go. Oh man, he's pretty close. Okay, here we go. 2 left hook turn. Reference 270. Go.
2. Two rolling out 270.
Leads rolled out 270. All right, perfect. Now in this situation, I'm in front of you. I'm at your 4 o'clock high. I'll pop a couple of flares for you.
Yep. I see you.
But that's to be expected. Again, in this situation, like I said, if that comes up, we're just immediately calling radar contact. We're not worrying about the formation, and then we'll start engaging. All right. So that's how that works.
All right.
That makes sense to you?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so that's a hook turn, and again, that's the Orient 180 degrees. Anything that's not going to be 180 degrees, we're going to use a tack turn for it. They're essentially the same thing, same command, same G-forces. However, it's not going to be 180 degrees. So, for example, right now we're doing a 270. Let's say something pops up at our 9 o'clock. I can go to left tack turn reference 180 go. And all we're going to do is the same thing we did with the tack turn, or with the hook turn, we're going to just do it with the tack turn. And rather than going 180 degrees, we're going to be less than 180 degrees. All right. So we just roll out to the left and then roll out on a whatever the reference heading is that I give. All right.
All right.
Okay. So
Shot in front of you a little bit here.
don't worry about it. I see you. Okay. Here we go. To right tack turn reference 360 go.
2.
Leads rolled out 360.
2 rolling up. 2 rolling out 360.
Roger. All right, still got me in sight?
Yep.
Okay.
Off to my 2 o'clock coming 3.
Okay. Okay, just got a RWR spike 9 o'clock, 2 left tack turn, reference 270, go.
2. 2 rolling out 270.
Leads rolled out 270. Okay, and right now I'm behind you. I'm at about your 4 to 5 o'clock, a little high.
Hello.
Got you.
So is all that making sense?
Yeah.
So again, the hook turn 180, tack turn is what?
90.
No.
Wait, you say tack turn or say it again?
So the hook turn is 180, the tack turn is...
90 degrees.
No, we're doing 90 degrees for training. It's anything less than 180. 180.
Oh, okay.
So if I want to make it 120, or if I want to make it 45 degrees, I can do that as well. And we'll give an example of that right now. All right. So here we go.
All right.
2 right tack turn reference 315. Go.
2. 2 rolling out 315.
Leads rolled out 315. Makes sense. See how we're both still oriented?
Okay. Yeah.
All right. Go ahead and link back up with me. Let's go wedge left formation.
2.
Let me see where we are. I want you to go ahead and put steer Bravo in. We're going to go ahead and start RTBing at this point.
Tyrant.
What's up,
Sorry
bud?
to interrupt.
What's up, man? No
Did you
problem.
get SRS fixed? Did you get your SRS working?
No, it's not working.
Okay. If you send me a message after you finish this, I'll show you the fix. If the server side's working, essentially you need to. It's the latest DCS update. You need to reinstall SRS. It's broken it for quite a few people apparently.
Okay. If I got to restall, it's all good. I can just do that.
Yep. Right. I'll leave you to it.
Okay, bro. Appreciate you.
Ooh, hold on. Two, set.
2, roger. You got steer Bravo in?
Yes, sir.
All right. So what's our distance to steer Bravo?
Hold on. It is 66 miles.
Okay. You all right? It sounds like you're fidgeting with something, and I don't see information. What's going on?
On your left wedge, so I'm below you. I had to check my it's not popping up on my HUD. I had to check my UF or MFD. Hit my headset, almost fell off.
Okay. All right, RPMs got back a little bit, pushing the throttle forward here.
All right.
All right, so next we're going to go ahead and set up for the overhead, man. I think this is going to sign you off on your formation work. We'll keep with it, but we'll keep working with that. But I think this is going to sign you off for all your formation stuff, your advanced stuff. Did you have any questions about anything? Because next up we're going to get to the meat and potatoes with your next flight. I'm going to put you in the B course, and we're going to start slinging some bombs.
I don't have too many questions. I don't really have any. Well, good.
Okay. So the overhead pattern is used pretty much to expedite the recovery of fighters. We can, or any aircraft really. We could always set up for a straight in, and if we got issue with fuel, we'll normally do that. But because of the speed that you carry when you come in for the overhead, that's usually preferred with fighter aircraft. So essentially what'll happen is we'll come in, we'll get lined up with the runway here. I'm going to wait till we get to about 30 miles, and then I'll start orientating us to the runway, which I believe is 25 and 07, I think, or something like that. But anyways, we'll get oriented. We'll fly pretty much right down the we'll get lined up on the runway and pretty much just fly right down the runway. We'll continue a descent to about 1,500 feet AGL ish. So when the heading tape starts showing up on the right side, or the altitude tape starts showing up on the right side of the HUD just beneath the altitude, we'll know we're at about the altitude we need to be. And then what we'll do from there is we'll maintain a speed anywhere between 300 to 350 knots. Once I get over the runway, or once I get anywhere between 3 to 5 miles from the runway, I'll report initial if I'm in the ATC, if ATC is open. But if not, on CTAF, we'd make that call. CTAF being Common Traffic Advisory Frequency, meaning we're just pilots talking to each other. Let's see. I'll make a break when I get over the approach in. You're going to carry through and count to 5, and then you're going to make a break, and we're going to roll out in what's called the downwind. And from there, I'll kind of talk you through the turning base process, all right?
All right.
I know it sounds like a lot, but it's not. You've done it before. It's not that difficult, so don't worry about it. All right, so let me start talking to you about field checks, right? At any time in the flight, to maintain situational awareness with what the fuel state is of the flight, myself or even you can call out for a fuel check, and this is how it would go. All right, so as the flight lead, I'd say fuel check leads 20.5, so I got 20,500 pounds, so I'd say 20.5. You then reply 2s, and then you give me your fuel, 21.0, 20.3, 20.8, whatever the case may be.
19.1.
Okay. So does that make sense?
Yeah.
All right. All right, so we're coming up on 33 miles. I'm using my 2s page and the arrow that's now slaved to the Bravo to understand where the airfield is in reference to the aircraft. So coming up on 30 here in a second. I am looking out. I believe I do not see the runway, so let's go ahead and start turning in. So all I'm doing is looking on the 2's page. I'm going to put that arrow off to my 12 o'clock and start searching for the airfield, make it a slow left turn. Once I get pretty much aligned, I'll use the HUD, see the circle, and I see it now. Okay, so we're right of center line, so we're going to continue to come right. We're coming back on the throttle, so throttle's coming back. And we are coming down. Talk to me about what altitude we want to be at.
I believe
About
5,000.
Nope, about 1,500 feet,
1,500. Okay.
and that's AGL, above ground level. And talk to me about what airspeed we want to be at.
Around 300 knots.
Anywhere between 300 to 350 knots. All right.
Okay.
So. Okay, now because of the fact you're on the left side, I'm going to brake to the right because I don't want to break into you. So let's go ahead and start closing up the formation more. So close up as close as you can. We're going to make one more right turn slowly here in a bit. We're 15 miles out. Slow and smooth. You got your landing gear down, you just damaged your landing gear.
Collision accident.
Okay. Well, it looks like it went back up, so hopefully it'll be okay. Okay, making a slow right turn. Alright, so we are now coming up beneath 350. The airfield should be about off of our nose. We are 10 miles out. Alright, so there's throttle slowly coming forward, just a hair. And we're continuing to push the nose down. Alright, so remember initial is anywhere between 3 to 5 miles. So how many miles are we from the airfield?
7.
Perfect. Alright. Let's close it up a bit more. If you're comfortable with it. Alright, throttle's coming forward just a hair. Airspeed's coming back a little bit quicker than I'm on. Throttle's coming forward. Alright, so you see the heading tape on the right side just showed up? Right of the,
Yeah.
So that lets you know we're about 1,500 feet. Throttle's coming forward. Airspeed I don't want the airspeed to get too slow. Alright, so I'm holding the throttle there. I don't see you at all.
Still a wedge behind you, coming up.
Alright, so I'm looking at cues to let me know I'm over the airfield. Alright, so I'm over the approaching. I'm making a right brake. You're going to carry through, count to 5, and then you're going to brake right as well. We're going to roll out on a 070. I am not touching the throttle at all. All I'm trying to do is make sure I'm in a level turn the entire time. Okay, I'm rolled out. That's 060. Here is 070. Now my airspeed right now is 230, so I'm hitting G and F to bring my gear and flaps down. The nose wants to go down a little bit, but now I'm making my first slight throttle adjustment. Roll down to 070. You still see me?
Yep.
Okay.
Rolled out 070.
All right, so now I'm looking back at the runway and the approach into the runway. And once I intercept 45 degrees, which is about now, I'm pushing the nose down anywhere between 2.5 to 5 degrees nose down. I'm pushing the throttle forward because the airspeed is going to reduce because I've increased the drag on the aircraft. So the throttle's come forward just a hair. And now I'm looking at the runway, I'm looking at my heading tape, and I'm just trying to get everything lined up to where I can turn it and put it on final. It's a bit of an art. Alright, so I'm rolled out now on about final. reduce my airspeed, and now all I'm doing is trying to get her lined up with my flight path vector and making sure my speed is okay. I want to touch down for me at this weight. What are we at? 19.7 for fuel. So about 190 should be good. So I'm going to get her down to about 200 knots. Right before I touch down, I'm going to put on the air brake. Got a low altitude warning. So I'm going to hold about 200. Trim her up a little bit. Okay, so there's 200 for me. Air brake's coming on. Shallowing her out and okay. And I'm air braking. Nope, not air braking. I'm flying. It's probably a good idea to go. Matter of fact, yep, let's go around.
2 wheels down.
All right. Yeah, that's a good landing. Looks like from you. I botched that one. When in doubt, go around, man. They're free.
Oh yeah, last time crashed on landing. So what's the process after, you know, touchdown and you get settled in speed?
Bring the air brake down and taxi off the runway. Simple as that.
Alright.
Looks like you nailed the land and didn't crash it this time. So great job, bro.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah. Yep, that'll conclude our training for this, man. Let's go ahead and jump off the server, and we'll do a quick debrief, all right?
Alright.